Sumana is coming up, grabbing the mic and getting up on stage. I just want to say thank you for everyone that has been on any of the panels, all of the panels, both virtual and there in Calgary. It has been an absolutely incredible discussion, and we need to wrap up, but we are crunched for time. But Sumana, this is like amazing, and you know how I try to avoid using the word amazing because it's so overused, but it's amazing. What are your thoughts?
I am just overwhelmed because when we're thinking back to 2020, when the Workplace Wellness Collective was getting developed, we had a vision. I know I had a vision that at some point we wanted to do something like this. This was in our vision. And now in less than 2 years, we have been able to do that. And the panel members, you guys have shared some really incredible insights, and this video is being recorded on Zoom. So we're going to put it on YouTube so you can go back and watch it again. And just listening to everyone's stories has been really inspiring. And I was going on LinkedIn and I was reading through some of the comments, and individuals who are on LinkedIn commenting and folks who are on Zoom commenting, thank you so much. I know how hard it is to sit and stare at a screen for 2.5 hours. We've gone a little over time, but I do want to thank every single person who has commented, who has shared their thoughts, panel members who came here to participate, to share your stories, folks who have been on the panel online as well. Trent, Rebecca, Taya, Carrie, all of you have been so wonderful. And the moderators, I really want to give a shout out to the moderators, both David and Jen. You have done a phenomenal job, and I really do appreciate all of the work that we've done. Marion, I want to hear from you. I have a couple of things I want to say, but I want to hear from you some final kind of summary key points that you have heard from this event. And I do want to do a little exercise with everybody who's still watching, and then we'll just wrap up because we're going to go for lunch. So back to you, Marion.
It's great. And to Ty, I want to share with you and for the audience, also, I'm a brain injury survivor as well. And that was one of the drivers for me personally to be involved with workplace wellness, because I may not fit some diverse category in the traditional world of DEI, but as a multiple brain injury survivor, this is personal for me as well. So I love the fact that your vocation, your avocation has become your vocation. And if you look across the board, that's one of my biggest takeaways, is if you look at everybody that has spoken either live or on virtual, on the platform, some part of their life is connected to the work that they do, be it this connection to data, with Terry's, story around what caused him to be burnt out and having that realization, to the work that's being done by everyone. It's that personal connection to what we want to accomplish as an organization, a workplace wellness collective. And I share this. There's one of my biggest influences, a guy named Michael McAbee. He wrote a book called The Leaders We Need and What Makes Us Follow. And it's an amazing book if you've not read it. He's one of the first people to really talk about leadership in the context of what followers need. And someone made the comment about, to be a great leader, we have to understand the needs of the people we intend to lead. And I think if we think about workplace wellness, and again, there's a lot of takeaways here, but one of the key things is this idea of, as leaders, and we all are leaders in some capacity, being aware of what the needs of the others and listening to them tell us and giving them the safe place to do that. It's absolutely on point. And in closing, and then Sumana, I'm gonna throw it back to you. I've shared this with our group multiple times, but there's a book called Man for Himself, an inquiry into the psychology of ethics, that was written of all times in 1947 by a guy named Dr. Eric Fromm, who was a social psychologist who was studying the idea of ethics, but he also studied love. And one of the things about love is that genuine love, he says, is framed in productivity. It actually has to be an actionable. If we really say we love what we do, we love wellness, we love the people we work with, we love the team that we're with, we demonstrate that through action. And he called it productive love. And there are 4 characteristics he said must be present. And those characteristics for love to be productive in a way that impacts in a positive way, those 4 elements are care, responsibility, respect, and knowledge. Care, responsibility, respect, and knowledge. So if you look at the entire group of conversations that we've had today, everybody is focused on caring for the fellow man, caring for their team, caring for their workforce. That's a critical piece of this. But here's amazing part of it. If we look at all the speakers, everyone on this panel has taken responsibility to do that in their choice of vocation, their choice of action, and Sumana and everybody in the group. So we are taking personal responsibility to make this happen. The third takeaway, if we think about respect, the whole idea of Workplace Wellness Collective is DEI and B, that DEIB. Respect is beyond just saying I respect you. It's really focused on, do I see you for who you are? The root word of respect comes from a old French word mean to look at, to actually consider. So if we think about everybody's input today, we think about it in terms of what does respect really mean? And respect really means is that we're inclusive in understanding where they're coming from. And the last part, which is the part that our sponsors are trying to solve and everyone here is sharing, is knowledge. And that comes from data. That comes from being able to provide the information. We have an obligation. If we have this knowledge on how to improve wellness, we must share it. So that's my takeaway of this whole entire conversation today. Really, it's that care, responsibility, respect, and knowledge, those 4 pillars. And Sumana, you've done an amazing job, and I want to kick it back to you to wrap us up.
And I love that, Marion. You know, we did a LinkedIn Live, pre-show LinkedIn Live, and you had shared this with me, and I just loved this idea of having those 4 pillars. And our summit, if you can look at that picture right there or on the screen, maybe, there are 4 pillars to our event as well: workplace wellness, mental health, leadership, as well as culture. So we have 4 components there. And what I really want to end by saying is that this event is just one of the many events that we want to do. And this panel that we hand selected and curated, and we looked at all the applications of everybody who applied, we selected this panel and we selected the speakers because we knew that their values were aligned with our values. And that was important to us. We want to work with partners who have the same vision as we do, which is why we partnered with Keeley. We love the work Keeley is doing. We love the work 8-Bit is doing. And I really also want to thank Insperity as well, our HR partner, who is one of our sponsors, as well as Farah's company. Where's Farah? Farah's right there. Farah's company, Core Genesis Global and Consulting as well. I want to wrap up by also thanking every Land AV. Thank you so much, Marcus and Gray. Thank you so much. And our wonderful producer who is in the United States, Matt. Thank you for all of the help and support that you have done in making sure the virtual space is going really well. So thank you so much for once again partnering with us. You've done so many events with us. So Lemon from Heaven is your company. Thank you so much. I want to thank Fred for taking all these wonderful photos of all the field folks that have been sitting here in the live audience. So thank you so much. I want to thank Tori, who's been running around and giving everybody the mic. Hopefully this mic is still working. She's done a phenomenal job to make sure that all our speakers get to speak and they speak into the mic. And I also finally want to thank Platform Calgary. Thank you for giving us the space. This is a wonderful classroom. I love it. And for all of you for coming here, all the in-person folks that have come here. So we're going to do a wrap-up exercise, a really simple one. Now, in the beginning, in the morning, if you remember, folks online and folks here, I had asked you a question. Why did you come here this morning? Why did you come to this event? Was the question that I asked you. So think back to that question. I'm not going to make you answer individually, but I want you to shout out, okay, one word that summarizes how you feel after this event's been done. Okay, give me one word that is, and you guys can participate also, all the folks in the back there, all of you online can also do that. One word that describes how you feel now that you participated in the Workplace Wellness Micro Summit, Data-Driven Wellness. I'm going to count it down from 3, 2, 1.
Energized.
That's great. I heard energized. I heard a bunch of words. Okay, we heard. That was good. And I hope that all of you that are watching get to also participate and comment. And I want to wrap this up. We are a little bit over time and everyone's hungry. We're going to start lunch really soon here. Hold on. I'm just going to grab the winners. So, okay, we had 4 Starbucks winners from anybody who registered for the event on Eventbrite or on LinkedIn. So I'm going to give you the names of the 4 winners. Hopefully you guys are still watching, okay? Hang on just a second. Okay. First winner of the Starbucks gift card is Cleopatra Kersteed. She is from the Alex Community Center. You are a winner. Clap for you. Woo! The second winner, I actually really love this human being, so I was really delighted to see this name, is Leanne Black from Workplace Safety and Insurance Board in Ontario. I gave a really wonderful presentation, so thank you, Leanne. That I'm so happy that you won the gift card. The third winner is someone named Nissen Nant, the founder of Thrive for Men. You get a gift card as well. Congratulations. And the last winner is Imam Mai. I don't know where you're from, Imam, but I just have your name, first name, last name, Imam Mai. All of your emails are with me, so I'm going to email you guys the gift card so you can go have a cup of coffee with Starbucks. Enjoy your winter. And we're going to end, unless Marion has anything else to say, I think I'm going to end right here and say thank you so much for spending your morning with us. Thank you, everybody. Let's go for lunch. Let's do some networking.